Well, tonight's the night. A lot of people have been waiting on this. We all know what's coming, and if you don't, it's the debate between Harris and Trump. Most people think Trump's going to carry it. Some people think Harris is going to carry it. All I've got to say is they'll get up there, they'll tell you a bunch of stuff they're going to do, right? That when they're elected, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. This is both of them's going to say this. What actually happens when one of them gets elected, we'll have to wait and see, right? More than likely, 100% won't be done. 50 to 60% may get done, right, of what they promise us. So many people think, Trump, he's going to win this. He's going to win this election and walk right in. And by February or March, we're back to normal here in America, right? That we're back to where you've got all kinds of money in your pocket. Your bills are paid. Your gas is cheap. Groceries are cheap. The economy is just booming, right? It's not going to happen. Now Kamala is saying that they're going to fix the inflation. But they've been telling us for 4 years that inflation is fine. Nothing's wrong there. Everything's normal. Nothing to see here, right? But now she's running saying she's going to fix the problems that she helped cause. Well, you got to say, well, yeah, if you help cause them, you should help fix them, right? A lot of people look at it like that. If you or I mess up, we try to fix it, right? So can she fix it? I don't know. So many people think Trump's just going to walk in here and take it, right? That anything Trump says is gospel. Whatever he says, you write it down, take it to the bank, it's worth money, right? You got to understand they can't do everything they keep telling you they're going to do. They're going to be fought every turn of the way. You'll have stuff that they're trying to do that gets brought up into the Supreme Court, right? You still got Trump going on with his legal issues too, right? You got all kind of funky things going on. Now you're hearing, possibly another attempt's going to be made tonight on Trump at the convention, or not convention, I'm sorry, the debate. I've told you, if the government comes out and starts warning you of something like this, like something's going to happen, usually nothing really happens, right? Which is a good thing. Maybe they warn us and the people who were going to do it got scared and didn't do it. Anytime you are in public, anytime you're outside of your house, you need to keep your head on a swivel constantly. Like last night at a junior high football game, I was constantly scanning everywhere I was at, right? Because you just never know nowadays. But you always got to put in the back of your mind something could happen, right? I'm not telling you to be scared and don't go anywhere, but be prepared to handle the situation to the best you can. Be prepared to pay attention on what's going on around you. If you go to a restaurant, if you go to the movie, if you go anywhere, know your exits and people watch. I'm not sitting there telling you to do this to people. People watch. Just scan, constantly scanning, right? That's what you need to do nowadays. And that's sad that we really need to be teaching our kids that too, that they need to scan when they're out, scan for trouble, right? It's got to that point in America. Who would ever thought it would get this bad, right? It would get this bad. I mean, we all knew the world was going to go crappy here pretty soon, but did we think it would happen this fast? Is my question. Every day it seems like we're hearing of another shooting or something going on like that, right? We're hearing of more attempts could possibly be put on Trump, which we all knew that. We all knew, if they can't beat them, they can't get them in jail. What was the next step? And that was attempted. I'm not saying it was this group that did it or that group that did it, but it looks kind of fishy, right? Right? If it walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's usually a duck, right? That's what it looks like to me. Guys, you have so many people now, I'm voting for Trump because he's a felon. Okay. If that's what, will get you out to vote, that's fine. I don't think either one of them that wins is going to be able to fix this. I really don't. I think you might get a little bit of break on stuff, but I think the days of having a lot of extra money in maybe not even a lot, having your bills paid, having everything took care of, food in your stomach and money in your pocket, I think that's still about over. Because nowadays everybody every week is struggling to get by. They are. They're picking and choosing what to pay, what to buy, and it's getting to the point where it's getting to be too much for a lot of Americans, and there's nothing they can do about it. So they're hoping that Donald Trump comes in as the savior and fixes everything, right? You got to understand Donald Trump's a businessman. We all know that. But businessmen make money, right? You really think he's going to come in there and shake everything up and tell huge companies you can't sell this, you can't sell that, or you're going to sell it at this price and that price? No. I mean, everything sounds good that they tell us, right? Everything looks good on paper when you think about it like that, right? But at the end of the day, it's not good. It's not, because you know they can't do everything they're telling us they're going to do. Kamala, she wants to come in and fix the economy. Well, now there's a problem with the economy, but 4 years they wasn't. What is she going to do, right? Guys, we are witnessing the utter decline of America, socially, economically, every way you turn. It's never going to be the same as it was when I was growing up, as you were growing up, or our parents or grandparents were growing up. Change is supposedly a good thing, right? The more change you get, the better you are. But somewhere along the line here, that stopped and it went to change is a bad thing, right? We've changed the definitions of things. You can't say certain things no more. Things that used to mean something don't mean something. Just like inflation, they changed the way they figured that to make it look better. Guys, it's all smoke and mirrors. I know everybody wants to sit there and think that, each politician they're voting for, they're going to just do exactly what they say, right? You have to understand they're all in it together. Honestly, they are all in it together. One of them will tell you one thing you want to hear. This one tells you something you don't want to hear. But if you're for that one, they're telling them what they want to hear. But at the end of the day, when they get done, it's nothing to them, right? It's nothing to them. One thing I said before, we need to stop funding other countries. We need to. We need to focus on America. You hear make America great again. Make America first is what we should be saying. Americans come first before anybody else. You got immigration, hot topic this year. You got Trump saying he was going to come in and deport them all, a mass deportation. During the Biden and Trump debate, he was asked that question and he just jumped around it and never answered it. He was asked, are you going to do a mass deportation? Well, when he had the perfect chance to say something that, yeah, we're going to do it, he jumped around it, right? And you're going to see that tonight probably too. It'll probably get asked again tonight. I don't think he's going to do no big mass deportation. I really don't. I think it gets some votes because people want to hear that. Kamala and all them, they're for bringing all the illegals in. Why? I don't know. They're doing something. If they didn't have an end game or an insight, where they're going to go with all these illegal immigrants, they wouldn't have let them in. So there's a plan put in place somewhere already for these. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But tonight's the night of the debate. Comment who you think is going to win the debate tonight. And at the end of the day, does this debate really matter? Is it going to change anybody's mind for who they're voting for? I don't think it is. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Comment on it. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. Whatever you want to do. But the main thing is to keep your head on swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping. And let's watch the debate. Let's see if it's a big S show or is it something interesting or good. We'll know more later. Stay safe.